Well, hey, you. Yeah, you. Don't pretend you didn't just look fabulous in the mirror. You're looking great today. And listen, I don't say that to just anyone. But I've got a feeling you're not just here for compliments, are you? You're here because you love a good creepy story. The kind that makes your skin crawl and your brain say, nope, not sleeping tonight. Well, you're in the right place. Because today, we're diving into 3 places so haunted. Even the ghosts are like, bro, we should bounce. Let's see if you can make it to the end without glancing over your shoulder. Nestled in the swamps of Louisiana is a picture-perfect southern mansion with oak trees, wraparound porches, and 9 restless spirits. But one of them, Chloe, is the reason people refuse to stay the night. Chloe was an enslaved woman in the early 1800s. One day, caught eavesdropping, her master sliced off her ear. She began wearing a green turban to hide the wound. Desperate to regain favor, she baked a birthday cake for his children, laced with just a bit of oleander, a poisonous plant. But the plan backfired. The mother and 2 daughters died. Chloe was hanged, her body thrown into the river. To this day, guests report a woman in a green turban walking through walls, tugging on bedsheets, whispering their names. In 1992, a visitor snapped a photo between 2 buildings. Standing in the walkway was a woman. Head down, green turban, no feet. The staff? They just nodded. That's Chloe, they said, like she was still on payroll. South of Mexico City lies a small island that looks like a horror movie set, but it's real, known as La Isla de las Muñecas, or Island of the Dolls. It's covered in rotting, mutilated dolls, and they all stare. Don Julian Santana left his family and isolated himself on the island in the 1950s. He claimed the ghost of a little girl, who had drowned nearby, was haunting him. So he did what any sane man would do. He started hanging dolls everywhere to appease her spirit. Decades passed. The island became a jungle of broken plastic limbs, glass eyes, and silence. Then, one day, Don Julian's nephew came to visit, and found his uncle floating face down, in the exact same spot where the girl had drowned. Now, visitors hear giggles, the dolls move. One tourist swears he heard a doll whisper his name. When he reviewed his footage, the audio glitched, except for one word. Vuelve. It means come back. He deleted the video, but says he still hears the voice. At night. Venetians won't sail near it. Fishermen won't drop anchor near it. Tourists. Forbidden. But the screams, they still echo. This is Poveglia, Italy's island of death. Used to quarantine plague victims in the 1700s, over 160,000 bodies were burned and buried here. So much ash mixed with soil, locals say the island is 50% human remains. Then came the asylum. Patients reported being tortured. A doctor experimented on lobotomies using rusty tools. He was said to be driven mad by the voices of plague victims screaming through the walls. He jumped from the bell tower, but witnesses say he didn't fall. He was pulled. Today the bell sometimes rings, but there's no rope, no bell, no mechanism. Just the sound. Tourists who sneak in, they leave shaking. One was found on a boat hours later, unable to speak. All she could do was draw the bell tower, over and over. Locals say the island isn't haunted, it's cursed, and it's still hungry. At the base of Mount Fuji lies a forest so quiet you can hear your heartbeat. It's called Aokigahara, but it's better known as the Suicide Forest. Aokigahara has become tragically known as the final resting place for hundreds of people. But it's not just the deaths. It's what stays behind. Spiritualists believe the forest is filled with eerie, vengeful ghosts. Hikers report seeing pale figures vanish behind trees. Some hear voices calling them deeper into the woods. Others tie bright ribbons to trees so they don't get lost. One man did that. He made it 3 miles in, When he turned to follow his ribbon back, it was cut clean through. He ran. His GoPro footage shows heavy breathing, trees blurring past, and just before it cuts out, a whisper in perfect English, "Don't leave me." He's never been back, and now sleeps with his light on and his closet door locked. Imagine a place so haunted, the Indian government puts up signs warning visitors to leave before sunset. Welcome to Bhangarh Fort. Once a thriving city, legend says a sorcerer fell in love with the princess and tried to curse her into marrying him. She refused, and threw the cursed potion against a boulder. It crushed him. With his dying breath, he cursed the entire kingdom to death. The next year, a war broke out. Every resident, thousands, were slaughtered. The city never recovered. At night, people report screams, chanting, and shadows pacing the fort's walls. Some say they see a woman in royal robes on the top floor, staring down. Tourists who camped overnight. Missing. Their cameras. Found. The footage. Static. Except one clip. 10 seconds. Of a man whispering, "Run!" No one knows who filmed it, or what happened after. This hotel inspired The Shining, but the stories inside are far scarier. Built in 1909, the Stanley Hotel has a reputation for paranormal activity, especially room 217. Guests report their bags unpacked by invisible hands. Lights flicker, faucets turn on, and the whispers, they come from the closet. Stephen King stayed here once. That night he had a vivid nightmare, his young son running through the halls, screaming, being chased by a fire hose. He woke in a sweat, sat up, and thought, "This is it." The next day he began writing The Shining. Since then, hundreds of guests report the same dream. The boy, the hose, the chase. Still here? Still breathing? You made it through all 6. But something tells me you're not alone. Now I have to ask, which of these haunted places chilled you the most? Could you ever spend a night in any of them? Or have you already seen something worse? Drop your ghost stories in the comments. I'll be reading them, just not at night. And if you want more tales that twist your stomach and keep you wide awake, hit that like button like a ghost slamming a door at 3 a.m. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and most importantly, stay spooky.